Okay, today we're going to talk about the law of sines. The law of sines states that for any triangle with sides A, B, and C, and angles alpha, beta, and gamma respectively, then the sine of alpha divided by A equals the sine of beta divided by B equals the sine of gamma divided by C, and that alpha plus beta plus gamma has to equal 180 degrees. So if you look over here at this triangle, the sides and angles have to be arranged as this. A is always across from alpha, beta is always across from B, gamma is always across from C. You want it set up that way every time. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this triangle right here, sides A, B, and C, so that would make this would be alpha would be 40, and beta would be 60, and gamma would be 80. And it's probably a good idea to label your triangle every time so that you have everything arranged okay. And now what we can do is we can say, well, we know that the sine of 40 over A is going to equal the sine of 60 over B, and that's going to be equal to the sine of 80 over C. So we actually need to know one of these. Let's say that this A right here is 4, so we can put a 4 right here. Okay, now I'm going to just look at this part right here. Okay, and I've got a proportion. So I've got a variable here, I've got 3 known numbers here. So I'm going to go ahead and solve this proportion. So we always take the 2 numbers that are diagonal from each other, multiply them together, and divide by the other one. So B will be equal to 4 sine 60 divided by sine 40. And so I get out my calculator, and I make sure this is in degrees, and I go ahead and solve this, and this comes out to be 5.39. So I'm going to always want you to go label your picture. So we're going to go put a 5.39 over here. Okay. And then we're going to go on to the next part. Now I don't want to use this if I can help it because it's got a rounding error in it. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to use this again to set up my second problem. Sine 40 divided by 4 is equal to sine 80 divided by C. Okay, and then again, C is going to equal 4 times sine 80 divided by sine 40. And that comes out to be about 6.13. So I'll go put that up here. Now, obviously, my picture is not drawn to scale, but the thing I always want to check is my biggest side across from my biggest angle? It is. Is my smallest side across from my smallest angle? It is. So that doesn't tell me that my answers are right, but it would tell me if they were wrong if that was not in the right case. So I've solved my triangle using the law of sines.